There it is, son.
Well, would you look at that?
You done inherited yourself a mess of castle, Paul.
It's gonna take a mess of mopping to keep it clean, Jed. Must be 10 acres of forest to scrub.
You are the royal granny. You can command oath to do that work.
Okay, you're it.
I'm a knight. I got to gird my loins and go to rescuing damsels.
Me too.
Ellen, May, you...
Now, youngin, I reckon we all got to pitch in on the chores. Granny's going to be busy doctoring Cousin Marcus.
But, sire, that castle's likely swarming with Saxon dogs.
Oh?
Yeah, that's what us ruling class calls servants.
Jenkins, the gatekeeper has just rung through to say that our American family is approaching. I want the entire staff to line up in the courtyard at once.
Yes, sir. I'll summon them immediately.
Oh, and Jenkins, alert them that American millionaires are apt to be a bit eccentric, so we must indulge.
Yes, Mr. Faversham.
Remind the staff that we are doing this for Queen, for country, and for 6 months' back wages.
Certainly, Mr. Faversham.
What do you think, Granny?
It'll look much better after we've whitewashed it.
Whitewashed it.
Jethro, you help Mr. Bradshaw with the bag.
Can't I get you two wheat benders to understand? We don't got to do no more work. We got oafs and naifs and serfs for that.
They do everything, Jethro?
Of course. If they don't, we flog them.
Hush that kind of talk, boy.
But royal folks is always flogging serfs. It's a sport of kings. If we get tired of flogging them, we just drag them to the dungeon and pile them up on a rack.
I say that's enough.
Hang them by the thumb, boy.
Look at yonder.
They heard you.
Royal Mouth has done it again.
Come on back, everybody. Jethro was only funning.
I'll handle him, sire. Hold you Saxon dogs, or I'll take a flog to you. See how they come to heel when a royal talk? All right, let's see what we got here. How many is oafs? All oafs take one step forward. How about serfs? Any serfs in the crowd? Knaves? Churls? Louts? Is anybody here a swineherd?
Having trouble, boy?
Yeah, they won't talk.
They snickering a good bit.
I reckon I better send for the royal flogger.
I beg your pardon, sir.
How long since this dog's been flogged?
They've never been flogged.
See, I told you. Spare the flog and spoil the oath.
I take it you are Mr. Clampetts.
Yes, sir. Jed Clampett. This here is Jethro, and women folks there is Granny and Ellie Mae.
Hey, Ellie, Granny, come on over and meet the royal flogger.
I am Major Domo of the castle.
Oh, pleased to meet you, Mr. Domo. Or would you rather I called you Major?
Yes, sir, you don't quite understand. Domo is short for domicile.
Oh, Granny, Ellie Mae, shake hands with Mr. Domicile.
Faversham.
Faversham to you two.
Same here, Mr. Domicile.
He shortened it to Domo.
I reckon we ought to call him Major.
Major will do nicely.
All right, well, I got to get busy and go tonight. Come on, Ellie, you can help me with my armor. Oh, say, Major, is there any limit on dragons?
You are at liberty to slay as many as you can find.
Dog, we's gonna have dragon jowls tonight.
Quite a jokester.
When it comes to eating, Jethro, don't joke.
You haven't met the staff, have you?
Faversham, everybody.
Faversham. Nice-looking folks. Slipped my mind, too. I'll fetch your bag.
How is Cousin Marcus?
Are you by any chance referring to the late Marcus?
Yeah, but I think you folks ought to stop calling him that. He can't help it if he's late. Poor man, laying up there sick and no doctor. But I'll cure him.
Afraid you're too late.
What you mean?
He was taken by general peritonitis last month.
Oh. Well, I'll tell Jed.
Then it's all right if I leave for London, sir.
Sure, sure. I'm glad to hear Mr. Drysdale coming in. Here's your bag.
Jed, I'm too late to help your cousin Marcus.
What you mean?
They brung in an army doctor, General Peritonitis.
I'm a friend of the major.
Well, I'm going to look in on him anyway. I don't trust them army doctors. They're too fast with the saw.
Now, see here, Teddy. I know you miss the old master, but if Mr. Faversham finds you on this bed, he'll be in a snit. Well, the new owner's here.
Hello? Anybody up here?
Oh, dear. Be very quiet.
Howdy, miss. I'm looking for the Marcus's room.
This is the room of the late Marquis, Mom.
Oh, I do wish you folks would stop bad-mouthing him. That army sawbones around.
I don't understand, Mom.
Well, never mind. You run along. I just want to take a look.
But, Mom, I should warn you, the old dog is...
Now, I can take care of him. I've done run into two of your biggest sexy genarians. You scat, leave it to me. Well, the old rascal can't be too sick if he's got her skittish. Cousin Marcus, I'm Jed's kin from across the water. I've come to help doctor you. How does that set with you? Now, none of that. You got to think of me as a doctor, not as a beautiful woman. All right. I ain't gonna open the drapes. It'll just give you high blood. From your breathing, I best check your pulse. Now, give me your hand. But don't get grabby now. Well, at least they're keeping you warm. Feels like a fur nightshirt. But your arms are kind of thin. And them nails needs trimming something off. Let's see if you got a fever. They've let your hair grow down over your eyes. Heaven knows how long since you've had a shave. I never did see the likes. Treating sick folks like this. It's terrible. It's terrible. Marcus, you're at death's door.
How do we look, Ellie?
Well, if you was smoking, you'd look like a pot-bellied stuff.
You go to assassin all night. This here armor makes me invincible.
What you mean?
It means you can't hurt me. Hey, go ahead and hit me, I'll show you. Oh, man. That sure sets a feller's ears to ringing. I'm gonna get you for that.
Did I hear the dinner going?
Heck no. Ellie done hit me in the head with an axe.
You should have waited till the boy had his iron hat on.
Well, he did have it on. Said it made him invincible.
Man, I sure hope they got some dragon dogs around this castle. The way my ears is ringing, I'll never hear that rascal coming.
Oh, can I go dragon hunting with Jethro?
Yeah, let her come. I'll use her for bait.
You won't?
I will, too.
Well,
I will, too.
No, I got other plans for Ellie. According to Mr. Drysdale, there is English gentleman coming to call.
That ain't the way it's done around the castle. Well, she got to be a damsel in distress before they come.
What do you mean?
She gets up on the tower in her damsel dress and commences bellowing, "Help, save me." Then all the knights, it's out question, comes galloping up to rescue her. Well, she picks the one she likes, and they get trothed and live happy ever after. As the dumb old damsel clouts him in the head with an axe.
Put on your damsel dress and practice bellowing.
Yes, sir, Paul.
I think I'll put an edge on this and split some kindling. We got a lot of fireplaces in this castle.
Oh, please, I mean, prithee, sire, don't do that. Do you think King Arthur had split kindling?
Oh, I can't say.
No. He's just summoned a royal kindling splitter.
I don't mind doing it.
But it ain't night's work. You got to save your strength for slaying dragons, rescuing damsels in distress, and lifting a siege.
What's a siege?
I don't know, but they's heavy. Even Lancelot and Galahad in that bunch had trouble lifting siege.
Maybe that's what this is for.
Your cousin Marcus is laying upstairs with one foot in the grave.
Did you find out what he's got?
Yeah, a rotten doctor. I better take over or he'll die of neglect.
Well, now, Granny, I spoke to the major about you doctoring, and he said forget it. They got something here called socialized medicine.
Yeah. Cousin Marcus needs medicine, and the doctor's out socializing. Hey, he's alive!
Pietro!
Well, what's he doing in that tin suit steering boat?
There's no two ways about it. I got to get me a dragon dog. I can't hear nothing.
Granny, I'd best get this invincible night off dragon hunting before you women kill him.
But Dad, what about cousin Marcus? He's got to be saved.
If you want to save him, keep him away from her.
You're the next kid, Jed. Tell me I can take the case before it's too late.
All right, Granny.
Hang on, Marcus. I'm coming. I never know how he's gonna save you.
There you go, boy. I'll hold your pull while you mount up. If you run across any other night, be sure and tell them about your cousin Ellie.
Okay, sir. Look out, dragons. Here I come. Yee-haw!
Look out, Jethro. You got your pole sideways. You ain't gonna clear the side of that. Look out!
I told you I needed a dog. I didn't even see that dragon.
I'm put near there, Marcus. Don't give up. No case is too hopeless for me. Many's the time I've snatched folks back from the valley of the shadow, and I'm gonna do the same for you. No! Jed, the dog is done at your cousin. I'm making you money snatcher. Get him up, Jed! Murder!
Just wait till I get my sandwich sign.
Mr. Drysdale, surely you're not going to wear that.
Oh, no, of course not.
Oh, good. My colleagues are waiting to discuss the estate.
Oh, here you are, Bradshaw. And walk slowly.
Oh, no, please, sir. This is a most conservative neighborhood. And the law courts are close at hand.
Oh, excellent. Let's go talk to the judge about my bank reform plan.
Mr. Drysdale, England is not going to bring back debtors' prison.
What about the rat for? Bad check artist. Flogging for overdrawn accounts.
Not a chance.
You know, I may change my mind about opening a bank here. You people destroy a man's incentive.
Charles Evans, sir.
Yes, what is it?
It's Mr. Faversham calling from the castle. He said it's most urgent.
Right. Bring in Mr. Drysdale.
What's wrong with the castle?
Well, I know this sounds incredible, sir, but I got the impression they were being attacked by dragons.
Dragons?
Well, I thought I heard Mr. Faversham say that they had unhorsed Jethro, but it was difficult to tell because there was a young lady calling, "Help, save me," and another lady screaming murder.
Quick, to the castle.
Help! Save me! I'm a damsel in distress! Rescue me, somebody!
How's it going up there, Ellie?
And I ain't going worse shucks, Paul.
Seen any knights headed this way?
No, sir, Paul. There ain't a night in sight. And I'm getting awfully tired just... Wait a minute, I see one. And he's riding through the woods, lickety-split.
Commence bellowing, Ellie.
Help! Save me! I'm a damsel in distress.
Who dragon? Who dragon? Who dragon? Come on out, you dragon!
Too late, Paul. He just run smack back into a low limb and got scraped off his horse.
Forget him, Ellie. That's Jethro.
Come on now, don't laugh. I ain't never been dragon hunting before. How was I to know them sneaky rascals sits up in trees laying for you? From now on, we sticking to the roads and pastures.
Is he all right, Ellie?
Yeah, Paul. He's getting back on his horse.
Well, rest your voice a spell and then go to bellering again.
Jed, I've been looking all over the castle for you. Did you see a great big shaggy dog pass by here?
What, you one of them dragon dogs?
Yeah, he's dragging what's left of Marcus.
What?
Jed, I want to break this to you gently. That dog has ate your cousin. It's true. Grant, there wasn't much left of him, but it's a terrible way to go.
I just can't swallow this story.
Well, the dog didn't have no trouble swallowing Marcus. And we gotta find him. Ah, yonder he is. Well, don't just stand there grinning, Jed. He's gnawing on your cousin.
Granny, that dog has just got hold of a big old ham bone or something.
That's Marcus.
I beg your pardon, sir.
We'll prove it by Mr. Domo.
Faversham, madam.
Never mind the greetings. What's that dog gnawing on?
I believe it's a leg bone of the old boar, madam.
Oh, boar, that ain't no way to speak of the dead.
It's becoming quite a nuisance, rooting about amongst the garbage.
Garbage! No wonder the poor old fellow was sick. Ain't you even gonna bury his bones?
Dare say the dog will do that.
I ain't gonna listen to no such talk. Give me my kinfolk, you four-legged buzzard.
Don't mind Granny, she gets wrought up real easy.
Yes. Oh, I thought I ought to tell you, sir. Mr. Drysdale is on his way to the castle.
Oh, good, good. He can take victuals with us. I hope Jethro fetches home a nice plump dragon.
Come on, dragon. Come on, boy. Look out, you crazy horse. I said stick to the road.
What's the idea of slowing down? I'm in a hurry.
Sorry, sir. There's a knight on the road ahead of us.
What kind of a country is this? You won't bring back a wonderful institution like debtor's prison, and you let some loony Lancelot ride around. Pass. Get off the road, you nut!
Don't you call no knight no nut.
Your loony Lancelot just lanced our tire.
Dad, that big dog has done buried Cousin Marcus.
Oh, Granny.
Come on, I'll show you. Help! Save me! Oh, no! Now he's after Ellie.
Oh, no, Granny, that's Ellie's damsel in distress call.
They's coming, Paul, they's coming.
Knights?
Yes, sir, Paul. There's two of them, and they's riding like the wind.
Well, doggy.
Come on, Jed. We gotta say the proper words over Cousin Marcus.
Keep hollering, Ellie. You got them coming in coveys.
Help! Save me!
Mr. Faversham, sir. I'm beginning to wonder whether it's worth the 6 months' back wages.
Yes, Jenkins. Mr. Drysdale is on his way.
Another American?
Oh, I'm told he's quite the opposite of the Clampetts. He's a businessman, sophisticated, and very, very conservative.
I trust this is not Mr. Drysdale approaching.
Thanks for the ride, Sir Jethro. Hello, I'm Melvin Drysdale. Where are the dragons?
I beg your pardon.
Those wild, dangerous creatures you called about.
Oh, yes. One of them's up in the battlements. One just rode off. And the other two are around the back.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. The Lord giveth, and the dog taketh away.
Granny, I don't hardly think no dog could have...
I don't want to talk about it, Jed. Just get me out of here. I want to go home.
But, Granny, Ellie just hollered herself up a brace of nights.
The rest of you can stay. but this ain't no place for old folks. I don't aim to spend my last days rooting in garbage and dodging man-eating dogs.
Mr. Clampett, we have to get back to the United States right away. What's the hurry? I just found out this castle has $10 million in death duties.
Well, doggies. And you want to hurry back and put it in your bank, huh?
You don't get the money, you have to pay it.
How come?
Because of the death of your distant cousin, the late Marcus.
Well, I hear tell he was a pretty old fella. I don't hardly think it's my fault he died.
The $10 million is a tax which you'll have to pay if you stay here. You have to leave here and go home now, today.
I'd like to talk that over with the rest of the family. How's that look, Mr. Drysdale?
Like $10 million?
Well, thank you.
Jed, let's pack up and get home. We don't belong in no castle.
Oh, Granny, I love you.
What is it about this England that turns every man into a sexagenarian?
Now, hold on. Ellie Mae ain't found herself a feller, and Jethro ain't found what he's after neither.
I'll find Ellie a fella. Now, what's Jethro after?
A dragon.
A dragon?
He promised Granny we'd have dragon jowls tonight.
Dragons are mythical. Jethro! Jethro! Jethro!
I wonder what he meant by that.
I don't know, but I seen a picture of a dragon. And if that Jethro brings in one of them fire-belching lizards into my kitchen, he's gonna clean it. Yeah!
Hey, Granny! Uncle Jed!
Look at that darn fool riding around in his night clothes. Let's go home, Jed.
Now, wait, Granny. The boy sounds happy. Maybe he jumped a dragon too big to tote home. Jump any dragons, boy?
No, sir.
Let's pack and go home, Jed.
We can't, Granny. I've done declared war on the next castle. What? Yeah. Us and the folks that lives in that castle over the ridge is going to fight the War of the Roses.
What roses?
The ones I rode through. They sicked their dog on me, so I challenged him. Now he's going over there and pillage them rascals. That's a feudal system.
You mean we're gonna feud him?
Yeah.
Is it legal here in England?
To us castle folks, it's a way of life.
Now, this is what I call a civilized country. Jed?
Now, hold on, you two. I didn't come 5,000 miles to go to scrapping with my neighbor.
Oh, we can't get out of it now, Uncle Jed. I done throw down the gauntlet.
Well, pick it up and pack it, because we's going home. Come on down, Ellie. We're leaving.
But I ain't got me no knife yet, Pa.
Never mind.
Sire, when we go to feuding with the next castle, well, we'll capture Ellie and I. Then if he don't want to marry the dumb old damsel, well, we'll put thumb screws on him and torture him.
Ain't gonna be no thumbscrew wedding in this family. Now, get back.
Oh, please, Jed. We ain't had a decent feud since we left the hills.
And it's gonna stay that way. I ain't about to start no World War III twixt England and Bug Tussle. Now, get it.
First off, I know we're all a bit down in the mouth about closing up the castle.
Mr. Faversham, sir, where will we all go to?
Mr. Drysdale has suggested a debtor's prison. Really? No, Gerald. Mr. Clampett has arranged that we shall all get our back wages. Let it come now. Now, let's give them a pleasant send-off.
We leaving, Mr. Domo.
Faversham, madam.
Faversham to you, too.
Yeah, Faversham, everybody.
And another thing. You tell them goomers at the next castle they said it wasn't my idea to crawfish out of our feud. My Nick, we can lick them any day in the week. And I'll bet you, our rabble can beat their rabble. Yeah.
That's enough. You women folks get in the car. Mr. Domo, I know how much you and Mr. Jenkins and these folks enjoys living in the castle, so here's a little something for you.
Oh, thank you very much indeed, sir. On behalf of us all, $10 million.
Well, that's what Mr. Drysdale said was owed on the place.
Mr. Drysdale knows about this?
Them stains on there is his tears.
Goodbye, old friend. Goodbye, sir.
Not you, the check. Well, Faversham, everybody.
Come on, Jethro! Just drop me off at Sherwood Forest.
What are you talking about?
Robin Hood was born of the purple, lived in a castle just like me. He was robbed of his birthright, and I've been robbed of mine. So I'm getting me some merry men and taking off for the wood.
The only thing you're taking off is them red long johns.
Be careful, sire. Us merry outlaws preys on you rich folks.
Get moving, boy.
You better stay out of Sherwood Forest. Yeah. Wait till Friar Tuck hears about this. Yeah.
Well, yonder's Miss Jane to meet us. Howdy, Miss Jane.
Welcome home, everybody!
Miss Jane, I don't see nothing of Jethro and Mr. Drysdale.
Well, the truck's a bit slower than my car, Mr. Clampetts, but they'll get home all right. Granny, you haven't said one word since we left the airport.
Well, I'll say one now. Chicken.
I don't want you to start up about that feud.
What feud?
Jethro got into a little ruckus with the folks at the next castle.
How did that happen?
They set the dogs on him for running dragons through their roses.
We could have whooped the tar out of them.
Captured me a handsome knot.
I don't want to hear no more about what happened in that castle.
Castle? The folks in England is probably calling it the Chicken House. Home of Lord Lily Livin.
All right.
Beverly Hills Yellow Bit.
Now, that's enough. Come on in, Miss Jane.
Oh, I'd better hurry back to the office, Mr. Clampett. Apparently Jethro dropped the chief off back there.
Well, we sure do thank you for picking us up.
My pleasure. It's good to have you home. Bye.
Faversham.
Faversham?
Oh, that's what they say in the old country.
You're in for it now, Wolf. You done throwed me off my throne.
Jethro, get that stupid-looking thing off the truck.
You heard him. Get off the truck.
I'm talking about that throne and all this other junk.
Junk? This here's trappings of royalty.
We done left that royalty nonsense behind us. Now, tote them suitcases in the house.
You show me in the Magna Charta where it says that I got to tote suitcases.
Magna Charta.
Man, don't you know nothing about English history? Old King Cole was a merry old soul till he had to sign that rascal.
Lord, we is back in the United States now. You fetch them suitcases in the house and get all this stuff off the truck.
Watch out, Tyrant. You're oppressing me. My royal blood is commencing to heat up.
Like I tell you, or your royal britches is going to heat up. Drysdale, come on in and have a cup of coffee.
Stand fast, Oak. You're coming to the forest and be one of my merry men.
No, thanks. I don't feel merry.
Oh, he's going to rob the rich.
Forget it. The government beat us to it.
Come on. Connect me with that castle. I done told you. The one with the dragon tracks. Who's the rose garden?
Granny, what are you up to?
I'm saving us from being the laughing stock of England.
Granny, I told you we ain't going back there and feud with them folks.
I'm gonna dare them to come over here and fight.
Excuse the call, man.
Jethro, your Uncle Chicken is shaming us in the eyes of the whole world. Talk to him.
I'm through talking to that tyrant. From now on, my longbow's going to do my talking. Me and my merry men is going to feud with the rich and feed the poor. And if you want to join me, get into a suit of Lincoln green.
I like the notion, but can't we wear Jeff Davis gray?
Honey, get a hold to yourself. We got company. Take Mr. Drydale out to the kitchen and fix him a cup of coffee. I'll join you directly.
Yes, do that. Oh, I've got a tax angle on the castle. We'll turn it into a parking lot and take a business depreciation.
There goes the last shred of my birthright. The home of my noble ancestors. A parking lot.
Help, save me.
Ellie Mae, how come you're wearing your damsel in distress outfit? We ain't got no silo for you to holler from.
Well, no, Pa. I figured Bess and me'd climb to the top of the big elm tree out front.
I don't hardly think I would in that pretty dress. And I believe I'd change partners, too.
Listen, if you want a fella, join me in the forest. I'm gonna be knee-deep in merry men.
They as good as knights?
Bitter. That armor ain't worth shucks for snuggling.
I say I'm challenging you to a feud. A real gun-toting, sharpshooting fight to the finish.
Granny, I told you we ain't feuding that castle.
I'm talking to Miss Drysdale next door.
Right in front of her husband?
It was him put me up to it.
Excuse the call, man.
All in fun. Margaret loves practical jokes. Now, about that castle. I've got to get my money, I mean, your money out of it.
Drysdale, I don't want it turned into no parking lot.
Well, I have a better idea. A movie theater. Great tourist attraction. Like Brahman's Chinese with footprints in the cement in front. Famous names like Good Luck Jed, signed Henry VIII.
Drysdale, I reckon you and Granny and Jethro is all a mite overwrought from our trip. Now, you get a good night's rest, and all these crazy notions about the castle and feuding and Robin Hood and all... From Jethro. Says, Dear Tyrant, I am off for the woods to rob the rich and buy back my birthright. From now on, we is blood enemies to the death. P.S. Please send my 50 cents allowance.
Call me Jethro. I'm Robin Hood.
Well, okay, Robin Hood. Bessie sees somebody a-coming.
Not Bessie, Little John.
Anyway, somebody's a-coming.
Forsooth, I hope it's a fat merchant with a big bag of farthings.
Me too, I'm home.
Farthings is money, you dumb old Mayberry. Now let's hide and waylay that rich rascal.
Buddy, I don't think we should stay here. My mother wouldn't like it.
With your mother, I wouldn't like it either.
My folks still don't trust you. Daddy calls you that hippie creep.
Baby, what do I have to do for that old grouch? I mean, I put on shoes, some nice threads, even cut my hair.
Oh, it's just that this isn't going anywhere. Honey, you know how I feel about you. It's just for my folks, you're a little too far out.
Baby, if I get any square, they'll stone me off the Sunset Strip. I'm a changed man. You know something? I feel great. Yep, I feel just...
What's the matter?
Tell her, baby, what color is Cupid?
Who?
Cupid, you know, that little cat that flies around making people fall in love.
Well, I guess he's pink and white and has wings and a bow and arrow.
I buy the bow and arrow, but he's red and black and wears a green hat.
Crazy.
Don't tell me, baby. I see the little grabber. Just look right up there. Now he's gone.
And you want me to think you've changed?
Honestly, baby, I'm leveling. I saw a little... Huh?
That sign we saw, it said this was Griffith Park.
Yeah?
I mean, like, it wasn't Sherwood Forest.
Baby, that's Robin Hood's bag.
Yeah, I know. But he's here.
Robin Hood? That's nutty.
Tell me, honey, I see the big grabber.
What?
Did you see Robin Hood?
Yeah.
Wearing tights, great build.
Yeah.
Now, don't get jealous, honey, but physically, he's my kind of man.
Mine too, baby. Mine too. Stand and deliver.
I lay all the blame on you, Jed. If we had stayed in England and feuded with that next castle, like we were honor-bound to do, Ellie Mae and Jethro wouldn't be out there in the woods, cold and hungry, and probably being ate by the wolves.
If Jethro's hungry, you better worry about the wolves.
Ain't you got no feelings?
Of course I got feelings. I called Miss Jane. She's on her way over here. We're going to pick up Duke and go out and track him down.
Duke's gone, too. Not that you need him. Just look for buzzards circling the sky.
Now, Granny.
Poor Jethro. He wanted to stay and fight, but you snatched him from the castle and drove him out into the woods in shame.
Oh, boy.
What?
Nothing.
Well, it's you that will have to take his body back to the hills and tell his poor old Ma how her only son give his life for the honor of the family.
Bill, enough coffee. How about a bite to eat?
Did you hear that? His nephew laying out there dying in the woods, and he's guzzling coffee and stuffing himself with food. Innocent boy, born to the purple, robbed of his birthright, and forced to turn Robin Hood in the bloom of his golden youth. Oh, the shame of it. The giant gizzard has cleaned me out. Wait till I get my hands on him. I'll show him who struck me.
Careful, Granny. That poor, brave, innocent boy was born to the purple.
Well, I'm going to give him a few more colors, like black and blue. He even took my fresh smoked crawdads.
Ready to go, Mr. Clampett?
Yes, ma'am. Be right with you.
I couldn't find Duke.
Jethro's probably ate him.
I'm sure the boy isn't starving.
You can bet on that. Well, see you later, Granny.
Wait. I'll get a club and go with you.
Hey, y'all getting hungry? Yeah, man.
He likes to be called Robin Hood.
Verily and forsooth, Robbie Baby.
What type of freak out is this, anyway?
I don't know what the big cat's got going, but the chick and the chimp are having a banana turn-on.
You and Little John keep watch. Hey, listen. If I untie you and feed you, will you promise to join my band? Sure. What kind of music you play? I need my band to merry men. We're fixing to take stuff from the rich and give it to the poor. Crazy.
I'll buy that.
There's plenty of Granny's victuals in the basket. Plenty of what? Granny's victuals. Sow belly, chitlins, marinated mudcat, and deviled hawk egg.
That sounds pretty wild.
Oh, what's really wild is the way she smokes crawdads.
You ever smoke crawdads, Robin Hood?
Oh, sure.
I knew he was on something.
Any crawdads in there? No, they's all gone. But I reckon I can find some along the creek. Oh, is that where they grow? Yeah. I'll go find some and help you smoke them.
No, thank you.
I'll try a few puffs.
Buddy?
Okay, forget the crawdads. You're missing a real treat.
Jethro, Robin Hood.
Yeah?
I see Miss Jane's a coming. Pa and Granny's with her.
Oh, they's come to get us. You run up to the road and stop them. Tell them you ain't seen nothing of us.
Gotcha, Robbie.
You help me put some brush in front of the truck, and then we'll hide.
Just the two of us?
Well, yeah. Bessie and Ellie can hide in the tree. I mean, they can...
By the way, is she your girlfriend?
No, I don't date no ape.
The girl.
No, that's my dumb old cousin.
Good. Let's hide, Pa.
Say, maybe you can help me. I'm lost.
Looking for a barber shop, are you?
Oh, man, I'm looking for the zoo.
It's just over the hill.
Speaking of the zoo, you seen anything of a two-legged giant gizzard around here?
Granny, you'll confuse a boy.
Are you Granny?
Yeah.
You the one who smokes crawdads?
Yeah. How'd you know?
Oh, I heard. You got any on you?
No. Jethro took them all.
That's the boy we're looking for. He's dressed like Robin Hood, toting a bow and arrow. He's got a pretty girl, a hound dog, and an ape with him.
Sounds groovy. How'd he get on that kid?
He means, how did it all start?
Oh, well, we was at a castle in England, and Jethro went out in his night suit and chased some dragons through this rose garden.
Tell me something, old-timer. Do you smoke crawdads?
Well,
How about you?
No, not I.
I'm glad you're driving. Would you drop me off at the Sunset Strip? I gotta tell my friends about this.
Certainly, hop in.
Thank you.
you're gonna get them to help you look for Robin Hood, huh?
Sure, Daddy, sure. Tell me, Granny, how long since you smoked a crawdad?
Smoked some this morning when we flew in from England.
Did you use a plane?
Of course.
I'd like to hear your version of this Robin Hood story.
Well, it really started back at the castle when that big dragon dog ate Cousin Marcus.
Get me to the strip, baby. I gotta spread the word about Robin Hood and the crawdads.